All right, sweetheart. Scooch up right next to me. There's your hot chocolate. You are a silly little girl. Hot chocolate on a day like this. There you go. Mamaw has to have a little taste. Okay. No, I don't have any marshmallows. You're gonna have to drink it like this. I've got an idea. Let's see. I'll bet I've got a little surprise in here. Because you just never know. Let's see. Here's your barrette. We better put that on before Mommy picks you up. Let's put it right here. There we go. All right. Mamaw always comes through, doesn't she? Would you like some peppermint? Your hot chocolate. Okay. You're probably better at this than I am. There we go. Shall I drop it in? Okay. It's a little bit sticky. It shouldn't take too long. You can probably taste it right now. Let's see if it's too hot for you. I think it's perfect. Okay, I'll put it right here. You have to keep it out of our way, okay? All right, so let's see. It's 2 o'clock. Mommy's coming at 3, so I think we have time. Let's go ahead and put your barrette in, okay? That way, Mamaw won't forget. Okay. through this jewelry box in a very long time. So I think it's going to be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. Are you ready? Well, we're not going to look in that jewelry box today, okay? That's jewelry that I still wear. But jewelry in this one I haven't worn very often, so there might be a little treasure in here for you. Okay? Okay. So, your papa got this jewelry box for me. Let's see, I think it was our 30th wedding anniversary. No, I'm sorry, it was our 25th. So, I just loved it because of this rose. It was my favorite part. You want to touch it? It's nice and shiny and silky, isn't it? Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? But it's a little bit messy. I used to have it sitting open like this on my vanity, and I know a lot of dust has gotten in there, so we're going to have to probably do a little bit of cleaning. Okay, can you help Mamaw with that? All right. So let's see. Got lots of different things in here. Do you like that? It's a bracelet that, look at that. Isn't that nifty? That will go on anybody's wrist. See? Just like that. Yes, all these pretty turquoise and yellow and cream colored stones. Just slide it off. That's elastic. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Yep. Okay. So these are Mamaw's pearls, and when you get married someday, you might like to wear these. So let's save these for a special day, okay? They're so elegant. They really make you look like a lady, all grown up. But you have a few years ahead of you before you think about that. Let's see, I've got some brooches in here. Want to see Mamaw's brooches? Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's different. Let's see. 5, And that's it. So I've got 7 brooches. They're so shiny. Which ones would you like to look at? That one. There's a pretty rose. Okay. Well, let's look at the round ones, okay? See how pretty they are. This is one of my favorites right here. It's kind of like the bracelet. It has all these pretty beads and stones. Now, it's a little bit tricky if you want to wear a brooch. So you'll need Mommy's help or my help the first time you wear one, okay? Because they go on your jacket or your dress, but they have a little pin. Getting the pin through there is the easy part. But then you need to get it to clasp. See that part right there? You need to pull it open so that the hole has a little opening, and then you can slide the pin in and then bring that back around and it will lock it in place. Okay, you like that one? Goes with the colors in your room, doesn't it? Okay. And then we have this one that has, this is called Mother of Pearl. See how it's kind of a pearl color, but there's a little bit of pink, but only when you let it catch the light. And then you'll see the pearl and the pink. Isn't that neat? Like that? Okay. And your mama gave me this one. Probably for my birthday. I'm sure I wore that when I still worked at the department store. I still have the olive green suit that I used to love to wear this with. But I haven't worn that in a while. So those are the round ones. And then we have these kind of odd shapes. This one is almost round, but not quite. And there's kind of an antique-y gold. It's not too shiny. Around the sides, and then in the center, there's a black stone. Not so much? Okay. Well, I wouldn't expect a little girl to like anything with black in it, so. But look at that. That looks like a rose you could sniff, doesn't it? It's got a little pearl right there at the top. And again, it's got the pin right there. They're tricky to put on, but once you get the knack of it, you won't have any trouble. And then we have kind of two similar ones. These have lots of glittery pieces. See how pretty those are? I love glittery things too. They're so pretty. This one's all clear crystals. And this one has clear and ruby colored crystals. Isn't that nice? It's in the shape of a leaf. See that? There's the stem. Okay. So let's see what else we have in here. Oh, so here's Mamaw's earrings. These are kind of ruby red. I like to wear these together with this brooch. Doesn't that look nice? I don't know if I bought these as a set. It doesn't look like it. But they sure look nice together. See? So we'll put this together over here. And let's see. Well, here's another bracelet, but it's very different than the one I showed you. So this one doesn't have elastic, so we have to have a clasp like that to put it on. That's pretty. This is one of my favorite bracelets. I just love that color. And here's a little secret between me and you. This is real jade. It's not all polished, but it is real. Don't you like those little clinky sounds it makes? Does it remind you of Mommy? She's got some clinky bracelets. It just lets everyone know you're coming. Anyway, I think I've got somewhere in here. There's one, two, matching earrings. See? clips just like that. It'll be a while before you wear earrings. But it sure is nice when you have some earrings that match your necklace or your bracelet or your brooch. It really makes a lady look like a lady. I'll put those down. Can Mamaw have a drink of your hot chocolate? Thank you, Sophie. I can taste the peppermint now. Okay, so what else do we have here? So this looks like a brooch, doesn't it? But there's no pin on the back. You have to pull it out like that. And now there's a hole right there. And then you can wrap a scarf around your neck. And then you take the ends of the scarf and kind of stuff them down. Both ends. 1, 2. Pull the ends down nice and neat. And then click it in place. And it will stay right there. It will hold your scarf in place. And we'll add a little bit of gold. Sort of takes the place of a necklace. Isn't that nifty? Just like that. There's a beautiful little lady right here. Speaking of beautiful little ladies, now this is not very old, even though it looks old. And this beautiful little lady, this and this, they're called cameos. And the real ones are carved out of seashells. So you usually see pink and white or something like that. Isn't that pretty? Now here's why you might be interested in seeing this one. Because, looky here. Let's get it open. Just put your fingernail right in that crease. There we go. You ready? It's a little locket. Oh. Who is that? I was just a few years older than you in this picture. I think I was probably, maybe 19. was before Papa and I got married. But I gave him this picture of me. It wasn't in this, of course. But your mommy got me this locket. And so I put that picture in there. It's got a nice long gold chain. Put that aside. Let's see what else we have. We have this pretty necklace. It's got a gold chain with little pearls. And then a beautiful pendant. And you see that pearl hanging there at the bottom? You see it? Yeah. That is what we call a freshwater pearl. So most pearls like these come from the ocean. But freshwater pearls come from lakes and places like that where the water is not salt water. We call that fresh water. And there's a tiny little diamond there in the center of the pendant. And all that pretty gold scroll work you can see through the pendant. See? All right. Oh, now I still wear this occasionally, so I'll just pull these out. I've always liked this strand. These aren't pearls, just white beads. But I can make this strand long, or I can wrap it around my neck a few times. That's just the way I like to wear it most of the time, like that. Doesn't that just look like Mamaw? So, Mamaw's keeping these. Okay. And then we have, this is a fancy necklace. Very fancy. I'm sure I used to wear that at the department store. We never went to any fancy parties, so I wore all my fancy things to work. And then I have some earrings again. I don't think that they came together, but again, I used to wear them together. Nice and shiny, glittery. here's another necklace that your mommy gave me. It's got a big pendant. It's kind of what would I call that? A mint green. It's a little bit greener than turquoise, but it's got some diamonds, itty bitty diamonds. And one of my rings. It's not going to fit you just yet, but one day it will. It's nice and glittery too, isn't it? What else? This is a necklace. See? Just like that. Isn't it pretty? And it has a little secret compartment right there. And the lid comes off, but it won't get lost. See how it's attached? And you can put sewing needles in there. So you're never without a needle, because you never know when you might need to repair a button or a hem or something like that. You just put the lid on like that. But I'll bet something else that you could put in there are your cinnamon toothpicks. I don't know. We could try to wash it out and see. Okay. Last thing is Mamaw's watch. It doesn't work anymore, and my wrist isn't as small as it used to be, so I can't wear it. But if you wanted it eventually, it's probably a little too big for you, we could get it fixed. It's got a clasp, so it doesn't completely come apart. See? Even if the clasp comes undone, it's not going to fall off your wrist. And you just bend it like that and clasp it together. And then there's this adjustable part. Squeeze it to pull it out a little bit, or push it in, you'll hear it click. It'll stay in place until you squeeze these two parts together. Then you can pull it out. Well, we'll keep an eye on this for you. It's a little too big for you right now, but eventually it's going to be just right. Okay, well, before we do anything else, we need to clean this just a bit. Like I said, Mamaw left this open for too long. So let's try my lint roller first. See if it'll go this way. No. Okay. Lint rollers are wonderful for keeping your clothing or some fabric clean and looking nice and neat. Gets all of the dust and little threads. Lint. See, and that's picking up the dust right there. All right, let's try the top. Here we go. There we go. All right. And for those hard to reach places in here, we can take this little fuller brush I always carry this brush in my purse because you never know when it might come in handy. If there's anything we missed. the jewelry back, and you can tell me which ones you like, okay? So let's start with the pieces that take up a lot of room. So we've got this, the pearls. We know we're going to save these for when you get married. So we can put those in the back, just like that. And I have this bracelet back here as well. Perfect spot for it. Let's see what else. This needs a lot of room because it doesn't collapse very easily, see? So we'll need to lay it the full length, just like that. We can even spread it out just a bit, like that. And then we can put jewelry inside of it. So, I know you said you didn't like this one, so let's go ahead and put that one back in. I'll put it over here. And we'll put that one beside it. And then we've got the matching earrings for this bracelet. I think we can just tuck them in right there. Okay. Then we have the very fancy necklace. It's oh so fancy. We can do the same thing. Just kind of spread it out. See? You've got to learn how to organize your jewelry box. Okay. And then we have, let's see, we've got some more brooches. Let's see. Where? Oh, that other round one is there. And you like that one? Well, I think it's got your name on it. See, it says Sophie right here. No, it doesn't say Sophie. But I sure think it looks like Sophie. How'd you like that one? Okay. Well, let's put it here and we'll put it on in a few minutes, okay? So we'll put that one back. Got another glittery one. Okay, and the earrings go with that. Just put right beside. And let's get our other glittery brooch. Put it right there. See? How do you think we're doing? Pretty good. Okay. Alright, so this isn't going to collapse either, is it? It wants to stay just like that. So I think we should put it right here in the center of those necklaces, just like that. Okay? And then, what do we have left? We've got some ruby earrings that can go beside the ruby brooch. And let's see, we've got this ring that can go right here in the corner, just enough room for it. And over here we have this necklace. Would you like to try putting your cinnamon toothpicks in this? I promise you there's nobody who has a fancier cinnamon toothpick holder. And then you could just open it up, turn it over, and pull one of those toothpicks out. Okay. I'll put that aside too. And then we have this pretty rose brooch. Where can it can go right here in this corner. Right there. How's that? All right, and that leaves some room here in the middle. We have Mamaw's picture. Would you like that? It's probably a little bit too long for you to wear, but you can certainly put it on your chest of drawers, and if you ever get lonely, you can just open it up and say hi to me. Would you like that? Okay. Let's put that aside. We'll take this necklace, put it in the middle, and our scarf holder. Remember how that works. Just put the end of the scarf in through there, and then clasp it. All right, and then we need to find room for the watch. So we can lay that right there on top. Okay, I think that's it. I think everything is nice and neat. And next time we go through it, we'll be able to see almost everything without pulling things out. Of course, the pearls are hidden now, but it's good for safekeeping too. Right? All right. So let's close this. And let's make sure there's no dust on top. got some little nicks. It's been around for a while. Okay. We've got that. I'll put this back in my purse later. This goes in my other jewelry box. Alright, it's almost 3 o'clock. Take your last sip of hot chocolate, sweetie. Mommy's going to be here in a few minutes. But we've got to surprise her. So let's put this on, okay? Oh, it does, doesn't it? It looks very pretty with my dress. But it's yours now. Okay, so Mommy's going to have to help you put this on anytime you want to wear it, okay? I'm going to open. It's a little circle here. And the pin is right inside the circle. So we have to move the circle around so we get an opening. And then we can open the pin. Just like that. See? Scoot up here. Okay, lean forward. I just need to pull out the fabric just a little bit so I can see. Lean forward a little bit more. Okay, we've got it there. Find the hole and slide it around. Perfect. All right. We'll have to go look in the mirror. Would you like to put one of these on too? Okay. You'll have to tell Mommy what she has to make. But I'll tell Mommy she probably needs to let the toothpick soak on a piece of aluminum foil first. But after they've dried out a little bit, I think they'll be just fine in here. Okay. You look right smart. Shall we go for all of it? I can make a statement. Yes. Mommy's seen this picture before, but she probably hasn't seen it for a long time. So you might be able to surprise her. Okay. Lean over. Sophie, you look beautiful, as always. glad you picked out things that you like. That's important. It's important for a young lady to develop her own taste. But sometimes that means trying different things. So don't be afraid to try. Okay, sweetie. My beautiful girl. All right. Let's get your bag. And I don't think we have any. You've got your barrette in your hair.